Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Switch here with another Diablo 2 video, and in this video we're just going to talk a little bit about the magic finds, and I'm just starting from like a basic stuff, and then we're just gonna dive into like more advanced stuff and the whole sources. There will be the links in the description below, so everything what I'm showing you there's from Wikipedia or either some other people who write down some really nice guides. So I just wanna obviously share with the community what you can find and how you can access this, because I think especially for the new players that might be some value knowledge to understand how it actually works. So first thing first, the magic find, when you have this 0, we have like nothing gained. That doesn't mean we can't get the unique item, but means just simply we have like low chance. So 100 magic finds is giving us 21% to the basically to getting 21% more chance to get the unique item. But the real magic find is 1.7 and the unique magic find is 71. So what you wanna do on the beginning is basically try to get 200, and then when you have 200 you just want to stay on this amount and basically try to gear up your character to the point to basically clear as fast as possible the areas you want to clear. You don't want to go any farther than 200, and basically you can stop this video right now here, just put 200 magic find to your character and you don't have to actually listen anymore. It's just we have like 1 minute 40 seconds, and this is basically everything what you need to know. You don't need to know anything else. You just need to know you need 200 magic find, and then when you have 200 magic find, you have to clear everything as fast as possible, and that's it. But for those who wanna know more, we can just crack on with the rest. So magic find, that's what I said, 200. So we wanna know about. This is the graph, which will be the guide in a minute. So as you can see, the 0 is like nothing. 200, we already have like lots of the uniques, and then 400 like not really significantly difference, and apparently from 200 to 800 that's like the difference you will see. And how we can see this on this graph here. So 200 we have 9% more than from 150, and then if we're talking about 800, because as you can see, the more magic find you get, there's like not really much impact on it about the percentage value. Almost 5, 3.8, 3.2, 2.7, 2.3, and it's like really not huge difference. If we're talking about the unique magic find, 200 is 111 and the 800 is almost 200. So like twice more, 2.9, and on 200, 2.1. So honestly, not really huge difference, like this guy actually explained on the guide. So one more stuff, what I want to say, one more thing. We already know that 200 is a proper value, so we're just gonna dive into the calculator and just checking for the Shaco where to find. So we just choosing the boss, then the difficulty, the hull, obviously, players, party size 1, magic find 200. Version resurrected, item, unique item, all version, and hard lacking crest, and then we're just pressing the find. Was already on this, but I just want to explain. So we have the Andarial with the quest, with the back quest or the normal quest, and the normal Andarial. So as you can see on the quest back doesn't really matter you are going to do on the quest back or not, because the value, the probability is the same, and it's really high odds, like high odds in our favor, not like the crap odds. This is like, well, we don't really wanna farm the Blood Raven for the Shaco, but apparently you can drop that as well. Anyway, so the Andarial is really good idea to farm, and the difference between 200 and 400, as you can see, there like won't be huge, a little bit better, but still what I said. But 200 and 100, that will be a difference though. So as you can see, oh my god, 1063, but with 200 we have like the chance 861. So what you want to do, you just want to stack 200 magic find and just crack on and just farm whatever you like for like another week or two, and you will get every item in the game despite the fact what you're looking for. So right now I'm just going to dive into that depth guide. Well, it's not really the depth, it's like really a quick guide, but it's explained a little bit more. So for those who don't wanna, you know, listen and watching more 200 magic find, this is what you wanna focus on. And then there will be link in the description with that calculator. Also, Max Roll GG doing like really brilliant calculator as well. Maybe it's like more in depth and stuff. This is like easy version, so might be like better for approaching to understanding. But I don't know. It's like I think they're both similar anyway. So, but this might be less confused. Do I want to say something more? I will dive to the items we are looking for just in between reading this guide. So there will be the link in the description below. I guess probably most of the people know this guide, but for new players they might not. So we're just gonna crack on with it. The guide contains hopefully all you need to know about the magic find and farming in Diablo 2. In Diablo 2, the first thing you should know about the magic find is that the magic find increases the amount of magical quality items you will see drop from enemies. So basically, more magic find, more chance to see the unique items, but that doesn't increase the quality of drops in the game. So basically, if we're going to the area level 70, that doesn't mean you will see something above that. That's not going to happen. Magic find is also calculated when you deal the killing blow to the bosses or enemies. So basically, for this reason, it's possible to you to swap the weapon. So you're using the mechanic swap to swap to the weapon and shield that it's stuck with the magic find just before the boss or champ pack dies. So basically, yeah, that's what it says. We're just swapping to the magic find weapons in order to stack more magic find just before the final blow to basically the magic find stacking and calculating the better odds for our favor. As for magic find, your mercenary is applied to your total magic find if they score the killing blow on enemy. Yeah, that's true as well. I done it the guide. The best way to actually utilize this guide, the mercenary killing blows, is the nightmare difficulty for obvious reason, because the nightmare difficulty is much easier to do. So also the loot treasure chest class loot from the nightmare difficulty Mephisto is so high. If we're talking about the Herald of Zakarum, Oculus, Viper Magi, Skulder Ear, and World Travelers, Thunder's got Vigor, and it's like, oh my god, it's so much stuff to farm on nightmare difficulty, so you don't really have to go and farm the hell, honestly. Alrighty, there's no cap to magic find Diablo 2, although there's a diminishing returns that you will start hitting with about 200 magic find and more. So that's what I said before. So that diminishing returns, so basically that's what they're talking about. That's what this guy is talking about. If we have 200, we have 2.11 the real, so 2.1. But when we're having 500, it's 2.6. It's like the difference is not really significantly, so there is no point to stacking that. So that's why he's trying to explain this in this guide. There is not going to be much benefit from it. So there's you see this on the graph. Obviously, one more time, the links is going to be in the description below. In Diablo 2, the first two magic find you get is the most significant increase you will see. That's right. To put simply, the first 200 magic find you get is large upgrade than the following 800. Exactly. So doesn't really matter how much stack you magic find after your first 200, because you're not gonna see much difference anyway. Along with the magic find, there are additional ways that you can increase your chance to find better and more loot too, such as increasing the player count in your game for choosing specific zones with higher levels. So that's what I said before in every of my videos, and there are going to be specific videos about the area levels, such as Pit or Mausoleum, with the specific loot and everything what we're looking forward to get on those areas. When you increase the player count in the game, you will make the mobs you defeat drop more. You make the mobs you defeat drop more loot, and due to how this game calculates drops, more loot equals more chance to unique and set items. To explain why this the case, when an item drops, the game first checks to set if it's the unique. The higher MF you have, the more likely it stop here and roll a unique. Second, it check if it's a set item again. The more magic find, the higher your chance it stop here. So yeah, basically we have a chance to roll the items. So first is the unique, then the second is the set, rare, and blue, and then the white. If both those checks come back negative, you check if the item is rare, following by magical. If every check come back negative, then the item that drops will be either white or gray. For this reason, if you're specifically looking for white gray, that's what I actually set in the farming for the spirits basis. If you're looking for white gray items for run wars purposes, it's strongly recommended using as little magic find as possible. So basically you just go without any magic find. That's why it's really good to farm just on the beginning when we don't have any magic finds and we like level 60 or 65 and we already on the high difficulty first act and we're farming mausoleum is like a really high probability and chance to get those base items. With that being said, that doesn't matter if you have 400, you're still able to find this, but apparently it's better without any magic find. How player count affects drop chance, so it does not increase the amount of items that drop from champ packs, unique or super uniques like a Pindle skin. Increasing the player count to 3 when farming bosses, it decreases the no drop chance to 0 but doesn't jack up difficulty too much. So basically that means sometimes when you kill the boss you don't have any loot, so if you're playing with another 2 people, 3 all together in the game, you will always have the drop, but just don't try to play like super high difficulty when you're not ready to do so. Item quality goes up when we have the players 1, 3, 5, and 7, so all odd numbers and even numbers just giving us the only experience and difficulty. So also with that being said, just try to just farm maybe on the beginning just with 2 additional players. Maybe play with your friends, everybody just splitting on the map and just farming different spots. This is like a strat, sounds like it, you know? So treasure class, quality level, and area level. The last thing worth mentioning, I think that's like the most important part of any magic guide, but yeah, last but not least, in any magic finding guides is a treasure class. Yeah, that's really important stuff. The treasure class. Do I have about the treasure class? I wanna do the separate video, but I'm just going to try to check the where is the treasure class. So that's going to be the link as well. So if you're looking for specific item, that's going to be a separate video as well, because I just want to dive into the subject. It's really amazing to know where to find every item we're looking for. So treasure class, obviously, we just click in and then we can see whatever we're looking for. So for example, we want to know where is the grandfather, so it's the quality level of 85, so 85, yada yada yada. Requirements 81, so every area 85 can drop the grandfather. So Colossus Blade, every area 85 to drop. Where we at now? So the treasure class. Basically how armor and items are grouped together in the Diablo's 2 code, which I just said 1 second ago. Each item is given a TC value, with the highest being 87. To use an example, Sacred Armor is the armor TC of 87, which means that it can only drop from the enemies that drop TC 87 armor set, and unique items have quality levels, Q level, to which play a factor in determining drop chance. In order for any enemy to drop a unique secret armor, they will need to both be able to drop an item from the armor 87 treasure class, as well as have a quality level equal to or greater than the quality level of unique secret armor. I'm just gonna explain that like in few words one more time. Quality level is determined by the level of the monster. You can tell the level of the monster by checking what level zones is the difficulty you are playing in. Confused, blah blah blah. That's, I think my explanation is much better than this is like actually reading this crap. One more time, just basically if you want to farm the level 87 on area 85, so area 85, any white mob is 85. But any champion monster it's 87 already, and every unique it's 88, and every monster from that unique pack is 88. So basically if you're farming the item which is level 87, the grandfather, so every champions and unique packs have the possibility to drop this item. If you farming the excuse me, area levels. Right now I don't know where did I put. Oh, okay, we need to go here and just go back. If we're farming for items treasure class 84, which is every white mob can drop this, so basically everything is 87, but I want to farm the 84, excuse me. So basically Tarra's Guardianship, which is amazing. Triangles geared. What do you have here? Stone, Schaffer Hammer. Maybe there's not really much what we're looking for. So every white mob have the possibility to drop the Talrosh Guardian, so that's alright. But then you have to keep that in mind. Every TC84 have the possibility to drop any loot from 84 and below. So basically you can just take a look and check what you're looking for and then to find, and then you can just farm basically the level 85 zones or below. Righty. Important every enemy excuse me, every enemy in a boss pack, including the regular mob, will be area level 3. So already that explained. You can tell which mobs are part of the boss pack by checking for demon minion under the HP value. Basically you just fucking kill all shit and you just don't check in whatever. You will see the unique, so the rest was the unique as well. Unique pack important. Second tip, super unique enemies like Pinal Skill do not follow the same formula mentioned above. They have their own drop table and set levels. That's actually good to know, but also with that being said, if you have 200 magic find and you can farm the Pindle skin on the hull, just go for it, because there is no any cooldown for making the fast games. So you should stay over there for 3 days and just farm fucking everything from the game, basically, without any hassle. So that's probably the one and only place for any character to farm if you don't have a Sorceress, obviously. This formula is why level 85 hull zones are so important to farm, basically by adding those +2 level and +3 levels to be able to obtain the level 87 item. Zones like Ancient Tunnels, Pits, every regular enemy you fight will be level 85, that's already I said. All champions will be 87 and boss packs random uniques enemy will be 88. Keep in mind that you can still find TC87 items in zones. They are level 84, well, basically by killing the unique pack and unique boss. We're just adding +3 levels to the area 84, so that's actually going to be the level 87. However, in this case, they will only drop from the unique boss packs in the areas. Yeah, that's what I said. Unless you are farming for a TC87 item, you don't have to farm exclusively in the HAL 85 zones, and basically we're talking about the Talrosh armor, so you don't have to do that. All set items in the game have a lower quality level and can drop off enemies in basically every zone through HAL difficulty. The only items in the game with a TC87 level and a quality level of 87 are the allied uniques like Tyral Smite, Arachnid Mesh, and Azure Wrath. So if we looking for the Tyral Smite, it's 87. This armor is like kind of worthless. It's like maybe Rune Vex. So when you find it, just keep it for yourself. Obviously the Arak is really great because it's giving you to 1-2 all skills, the 20 faster cast rate. So you just want to keep the Arak. Item level 87, so good to farm on the area 85, obviously. And Azure Wrath just for the example of the weapon, because it's not really like a super weapon, but still you can play. I don't mind to find this. It's alright though, but definitely there are better runwords to play with the Zealer, but maybe you just wanna play for fun. So this is a nice weapon to have, especially because it's level 87, so you can always, show off a little bit. You have the item 87, which is great. Then what do we have here? Another additional stuff. So yeah, if we farming for some other items, not really specific items, we can just farm for on the other areas. 84. So I said that already. We don't have to farm exclusively the areas 85. So basically, one more time, all set items in the game have a lower quality level and can drop for the enemies in basically every zone through the whole difficulty. The only items in the game with a TC 87 level and a quality of 87 are the allied uniques like Tyral, Mice, Arachnid Mesh, and Azure Wrath, which I already showed. About the amulets, rings, and jewels and charms do not fall into any TC category. They have their own TC group, which almost any mob in the game can access, which is great because we can find this anywhere. About runes and the keys, they don't have any magic find. Excuse me, they are not magic find items, so the magic find value doesn't gonna have any impact to look in them. So when you're actually seeking for the run words or for the farming the keys, you can just stack as much faster cast rate as possible and just farm those spots or looking for those, chests, open those chests on the Travi and lower chorus, excuse me, and then you obviously have the faster time to doing so. And some frequently asked questions, so basically how much magic find do I want to have? The first one, 200 magic find, is a bigger upgrade than the next one is 800. Of course, the more magic find the better, but you want at least 200 when you start doing farm runs for better gear for yourself, for a really good chance to get the items you want to drop. So yeah, basically 100% agree with this. Like 200, you don't really need to more. Does magic find on mercenary follow count towards my total? So basically when the mercenary is going to do the final blow, so that's going to add his value to your value. And then does magic find increase the amount of chance to choose the drop? Nope. Both of the items are magical by default, so magic find won't increase the likelihood of them dropping. When one drops, though, they increase the chance it's roll rare or unique. Righty, so might be rare or unique. Also, one more time, when you're farming for the high runs, the magic find doesn't affect that. When is magic find calculated upon the death of the monster? For this reason, it's worth while to have a weapons shield you can switch to with a loot of magic find just before a boss die. Yeah, so basically just stack your magic find before killing the Mephisto or Andariel, just pressing W on the keyboard, swapping for the magic find weapon and shield. Get extra magic find and maybe have a chance to drop something nice. If your class where most of your damage comes from your weapon, you likely won't be able to do this very effectively, but Sorcerers and other classes like them will benefit a lot from the early on when they just starting mapping magic finding. Basically that's the reason why you wanna just choose the Sorcerers, because you can do so. How does the game determine what drops? First, the game checks whether or not the item is unique. So basically we have the roll for the unique. If it isn't, then it check if it's a set item. Next up it check if it's a rare item, and then last but not least the game checks whether or not item is magical. So does the magic find help with the barbarian find item skill? Well, basically we just have to go and just read or see a huge guide about the gold barbarian, but apparently yes it does, and you should use find item on every champ boss pack that you kill for a chance to a bonus drop. Don't go crazy putting points into the skill either. 1 point works just fine. Righty. So I think that's enough. I was trying to read this really fast. It took me 20 minutes in a way, and probably the best way is just to read by yourself. So if you didn't read that, so there will be the links in the description below. And I think that's it. Did I mention about how to get the Talrush armor and the area 82, and how we know that? Because we're just checking the same name of the armor, acquired plate, and the item level is 82. So this is just the example to talking about looking the lower level, not 85 areas. So for example, if we wanted the Talrush armor, we know we can farm area 82. Don't have to be the 85 to get the Talrush armor. Alright, thank you very much guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. It was like me talking really fast. If somebody is just confused, you can just click on the links and then you will access everything what's actually important, and then just read in your tempo of reading or your spare time, whatever, because actually it's 20 minutes long video, so I know that people don't have a time to listen 20 minutes. But also if I will be just reading slowly, and so probably will be 2 hours. Anyway, one more time, you can click in the description below, so you don't have to listen to that video obviously, and you can just read everything by yourself in a couple of minutes, and then you don't have to waste time or whatever. I don't know how you feel it, but I feel like I just wanna do this, and I'm actually happy. There will be a couple of videos with a guide and mechanics. There's going to be another video just with the treasure class, and then obviously I'm not going to talk about every item, because then that will be 10 hours long, but probably the loot from the Mephisto and Bale, like maybe what we can find on the Bale and on the Mephisto on Nightmare, and then maybe I will do like Bale, Mephisto, and Andariel on the Hell. So there's going to be a couple more videos about the treasure class, the specific items you can find, and also there is already a video for the Sorceress and for the Smiter, what items we can obtain from the Nightmare difficulty. Alrighty, thank you very much guys for watching, see you guys in the next video, take care and bye for now.